So we have rolling start here for the next 90 minutes of racing here. Michael in first place, Christopher in second, Nico in third. Is the class leader for the Porsches. Sorry, class leader for the GT3s. It's Paul. And away we go for 90 minutes of racing at the race room at Daytona. And Christopher already messes it up into turn 1. Gonna lose a few places here for sure. Side by side, bit of a touch there, and he's losing up another place there. Heading into the next corner. His luck is gonna change now as the two other DPs gonna crash into each other and now end up in the GT3 field. At the start, the GT3s had their own battle, and now Timo is up into the lead of the class. Paul is down into second, and Duva is in third, further up ahead, for 9th place overall. Mateus has a look on the other Corvette, taking the high line. They're gonna go side by side into turn 1, but Mateus bears out of it. Further behind, Victor tries the inside there. He's gonna go side by side with Mattia there. Looks like Mattia is staying ahead for the time being, but for the next corner in the infield, it's gonna be a different story. That at least that's what Victor hopes for. No, Mattia is still staying ahead. Further up ahead, now it's Sebastian who tries to get Mateus. Cameron Good doesn't do justice to this battle here. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I don't know what was the cause of the problem there. Was it Matthew who's making a mistake with the braking, or Sebastian almost crashing into him? But Jesus! That's not my reaction, that's his name. Unfortunately spawned there. So into the bus stop we had about 3 smaller battles. Now it's Zoltan Pop over in 10th place, who will try an overtake on the outside here, heading into the first turn. Or rather, will it be just a look? No, it's gonna be an actual attempt. And he gets ahead! Closes the door. Oh, one of the Mazda spawn. One of the prototypes spawn. And that's Aki Bahis. At least I hope that's how you pronounce it. Unfortunately losing 2 places now. Now we are down to 17 cars overall. Qualifying showed 19, but I'm guessing either we lost 2 between the sessions, or they just simply don't show up on my timings, and I have no clue why. Oh! Aki makes another mistake, and the GT3s have to react to it. That's gonna help Zoltan there, and Aki on the spot decides to retire. We lose another on the banking between the GT3 cars. Victor is now filling up the mirrors, but I don't really know what he's trying to do there. Going down to the yellow flags. Yellow lines, it's not gonna help you. And heading into the bus stop, he makes it stick, but he's gonna lose a lot of speed now. And that speed that Matthias can use, because now for the second part of the banking, he's gonna be the one who will have the slipstream behind you, buddy. Let's see if you can hold him off. Matthias tries the inside there. And side by side. Will this be a 3-wide? As another one of the GT3s get very close there. Hard to tell. The DPIs do getting closer to it. And oh, there's a battle for the lead in GT3. Paul makes it stick. In the meanwhile, Matthias is ahead of Victor. But he's gonna mess up the corner here, and Victor is gonna gain the place back. Looks like Jose is trying to dive up on the inside there and didn't work out. Or did it? Matthias had to react to it so it doesn't get taken out, and now they are going side by side on the banking here. None of them gaining on the others. But the battle for the lead in GT3 is still on. As Timo is getting very close to Paul on the exit of the bus stop. And they are bump drafting each other on the banking here. They already have more than 4 seconds of lead over the next car behind them. This is race room, you can actually do the bump drafting without much problems, but... Alright, Timo is trying the inside for the bus stop. Let's see if it will work. No, on the braking, Paul gets ahead. The meanwhile, Zoltan spun in turn 1, just behind them. But he's gonna lose another place here, question mark? Yes, he's letting Sebastian by. So every move can matter a lot, but overall this is more of an endurance race. As Zoltan Pop makes a move up on the inside for turn 1. Did he clear the car behind? Looks like it. He's gonna choose the inside for the next corner, and on the braking he kinda messes it up. They go side by side. In the meantime, Christopher makes a mistake. Sebastian is now ahead of Zoltan. Sebastian gonna choose the inside there, and Zoltan will try to do the same as what Sebastian did to him a few corners ahead or ago. They're still battling, But behind of them is Michael, the leader of the prototype class. And he's gonna be in a bit of a trouble. Sebastian barely was able to let him by. I guess he didn't really see it. In the meanwhile, Jason spawns. Now comes the other DPI. I don't know, DPI, DPI. I guess it's DPI. Lapping these two Mercedes here. In the meanwhile, the battle for overall lead in the GT3 class is still on, and looks like Timo is finally bringing the elbows out as they make contact into turn 1. Side by side, this is for the lead. But looks like Paul is staying ahead. Next corner, who's gonna choose the inside there? Looks like it's gonna be Timo who's going for it. And on the outside stays Paul. They are still side by side. And Paul is now ahead of Timo. But for how long? How long these two can keep this up? That's the question. There will be a tipping point if they don't watch out for each other. It looks like Timo is making another move up on the inside, and they make a bit of contact there, but it didn't affect any of them. On the banking, Sebastian is getting very close there and is going for the move. In the meanwhile, we have Nico, second place in the prototype class, making a mistake in the hairpin. Now Sebastian is having the inside there for turn 1, and Zoltan is hanging on the outside there. They make contact as Sebastian almost loses the car there. In the meantime, we might see a battle here for third place in the prototype class, as Christopher is getting close to Ricardo while they are trying to lap the GT field. Alright, Christopher tries the inside there. Will it work? That's the question. Heading into the bus stop, he makes the move stick. Ricardo is down to 4th. Oh, Christopher! Ah, commentator's curse. I'm gonna say that. And he's making contact with Timo there. Ah, that's total injury. The one time he was able to gain in the race, and then heading into the next lap he makes a mistake. Oh! Alright, we're gonna even out the odds apparently, because Ricardo a few corners later makes a mistake as well. Alright, so 20 minutes into this race, and what have we seen so far? We have 3 retirements from the race. We had some battles mainly in the GT3 class, but there were some good overtakings overall in this race. Very few dramas. In fact, we might see another overtake here. Jose goes for the move there on the inside and gets the place, but will Mattia fight back into turn 1? Oh, that's a bit of a late dive there. Thankfully he pulls out of it, at least for the time being. Alright, so when I joined the endeavor in qualifying, we had 21 cars. By the end of qualifying, we had 19 cars. Race started and it shows me 17 cars. From that 17 cars, we lost 4 cars. So overall, since I joined in, we lost about 7 cars from this race. Jose is gonna try now and get the place heading into the bus stop. And he's up to 12th place. Alright, gap between P3 and P4 in the prototype class is now down under 1 second. And it's been like that for a few laps now, so it's clear that Christopher is gaining on Ricciardo. That said, we don't know how the pit stop is gonna play out within that class and within any of the classes really. As Albon is trying to get the place back from Jose. Ahead of them is the back of the field. That's Mattia in 14th place overall. And he is letting them by without trouble. Next car ahead is gonna be Albon. Alright, Christopher is going for a look. Will he go for the move? Yes, he goes. Side by side, but Ricciardo stays ahead. And now comes the tricky part, because Albon is kind of holding them back. Christopher could have got a move on the outside there, but there was a Corvette in the way. And now they are slicing through the field. Will Christopher be able to get the place here on the outside? Heading into the next lap. First turn. He's still on the outside. And he gets it done up into 3rd place. Ricciardo drops down to 4th. Let's see if Ricciardo can do the same. Can he gain on Christopher? Oh, okay, that Corvette is not gonna have the situation here whatsoever. He really should have gone by him. Oh, the leader is off. Michael's first mistake in the race. Alright, here we see the first pit stops happening in the GT3 class, and it's Gaspar heading into the pit lane. And as I was kind of thinking a few laps ago, yes, it's gonna be Nico the first pit. Meanwhile, we see Matthias making a mistake here, and unfortunately, that's gonna cost him a lot. Gaspar now is in last place then, but oh wow! Okay, Timo went off. Not sure if he was pushing and pushed it a bit too much, or is the tire were kicking in. Knowing how cars work in race room, they're gonna experience a lot of understeer when the tires are completely worn out. And we have the leader in the pit stop, the pit lane now. And just behind them I can see already a few other cars entering as well. So that's P1 and P2 currently into the pit lane. And all of the prototypes are in the pits now. Ahead of them I see Mateus as well in the pit stop. Or is it Mateus? No, it's not Mateus. Okay. That's Victor. Victor in the pits. Alright, let's see how's this gonna play out. So, Michael leaves the pit lane now. He's still in the lead. Nobody's gonna be able to overcut him, that's for sure. Or will that be the case? Where's Nico? He's just coming around the first turn. And Michael is already out. He's gonna stay in the lead. Not only that, but he has some GT cars behind him, so that was a well-timed pit stop there. Nico in second place and Christopher coming out in third, and Ricardo has a very long pit stop there. Victor in 14th place now leaves the pits as well. We have a yellow flag somewhere. Oh, that's the leader! Michael making a mistake! And dropping down to second place. Oh, Michael! Am I allowed to? Screw it. No, Mikey, no! That was so not right. Both him and Nico are on medium tires now. I'm guessing the hards were okay enough for the first half of the race, and now they're gonna try to run the rest of it into mediums. Oh, ho, ho, Michael! Door wide open on the right side. Nope, he takes the shortcut on the left. Oh, we have a car off, and that's the leader in GT3! Paul! Oh, from the lead of the class off into the grass. In the meanwhile, the battle for the lead in prototype class is on, and Michael is slingshotting past Nico there, up into the lead, taking the place back. At this rate, Paul is only making things worse for himself. The gap is getting smaller and smaller, lap by lap. He needs to get around traffic and still has a mandatory pit stop. But he really didn't want to let him buy from the looks of it, and he battles with him like it's for actual place overall. Looks like Matthias really doesn't want to get lapped here, which is only gonna affect Paul here even more. Hopefully he was able to lap him now. Jose is into the pits now. Oh, and there is the reason why Matthias didn't want to be lapped, because the next car behind him is Casper. So, ooh, they almost made contact there. So really, this is not a good situation that the GT3 retailers are in, because the leaders in the class are on all tires. The one car that's behind the leader in the class now is on fresh tires, and the leader himself has severe damage on that car. And now they also have the prototype leader there, but not leader, one of the prototype cars there. That's Ricardo, 4th place overall. Oh, and the leader is off! Paul! Once again! As Christopher is off! 3rd place in the prototype class. And that might help Ricardo. Where's Ricardo? He's just getting to the bus stop. Let's see, front damage on that car a bit, but overall looks alright. Unlike the Porsche, which has front damage, and it's missing a body panel. But Casper in 10th place and Alban behind in last place. The two Corvettes are in a weird situation where they are holding up the class leader there for sure. You can see Timo's frustration there, flashing the lights, asking them to let him by. Alban yields to it, and as I said before, the GT3 cars, the leaders of the GT3 class, have not pitted yet. The Porsche you see selected, Paul Alaru, was the leader of the class for the majority of the race so far. Fortunately, in one of the laps, he went off and crashed the car. He hasn't pitted yet to fix the damage. He hasn't pitted to make his mandatory pit stop. His tires are close to being now long, old. So imagine the tire wear and what it can be like on a normal car, and then add in the damage. We see Zoltan pop in the pit lane, and surprisingly Christopher is here as well, so I'm guessing he's here to fix the damage on the car. There's also Sebastian, who's there to do his mandatory pit stop. There's Victor, who's battling for position for that 12th place overall. Let's see if you can get it on the inside there. Not yet. And looks like the leader of the GT3 class is in. Timo is doing his pit stop. And Ricardo is in for another pit stop as well. Okay, this is weird now because there's one mandatory stop. And these guys have pitted twice now. I don't know if they had like a mandatory stop and then decided to add another one in. Or something else, but either way, it's awkward to see them in the pits twice. In the meanwhile, Timo leaves the pit lane. He's gonna be left by the leaders of the prototype class. And he's gonna come out in 3rd place overall. So from now on, this is quite clear. The situation is quite clear now. He only has 2 cars ahead of him who have not pitted yet. And Paul is now in the pit lane. Let's see the front of that car. Is it fixed or not? No, it's not fixed. It's still damaged. But he's coming out ahead of Timo. Timo is just behind him, a few corners behind. Oh, the leader is off! Here you go, Nico. There's your second chance. On top of that, Michael gets a slowdown penalty, and now there's traffic ahead. Just for good measure. So I see about 2 GT cars here. And Nico is making another pit stop here. Alright, so this answers it. The prototypes have to do 2 pit stops. In the meantime, Mateus is also in the pit lane. And here comes Paul to take the 1st place back. And Timo behind him for 2nd place. Oh, and one of the cars goes off there. And that helps Sebastian to take 10th place there. Oh, Nico! In turn 1 as well. Just not the way you would like to be. Alright, Paul is starting a lap and you can see the prototype behind him, Nico. So Nico is not gonna be able to take 1st place because, yeah, Michael is already out in the infield section. There's about 9 seconds of gap. Oh, Christopher makes a mistake. He's in 4th place, but... Oh, Nico! No! Oh, no, that's... Oh, never mind. It's fine. False alarm. Or not. Okay, so I'm guessing he... never mind. Once again. Apparently he's having some connection issues. That's lovely to have. Oh, in the meanwhile, battle for the lead in GT class. I got distracted. Timo goes for the move on the inside. And he gets it. He's up into the lead. Will Paul be able to fight back? Alright, looks like Timo is staying on the outside here and Paul will have the inside. Or will he? Timo staying on the middle of the circuit. He doesn't really allow Paul to stay on the inside or get the inside. Behind them it's Ricardo, third place in the prototypes. Only 11 minutes left from this race and it's still this close for the GT3 class. By the end of the race it's gonna be like half of the race or so was oh no! Timo! Out of the bus stop! He lost it! And he's now down to second place. The gap is increasing now. And I have... This is gonna be very interesting to see how it plays out. He's looking for the grip now with the tires. Hoping to shake off some debris from it. And that just gave the lead to Paul. It's gonna be a very nail-biting 9 minutes, I tell you that, to see if Paul can stay in first place or Timo will be able to not just eliminate 10 seconds of gap, but take the lead back. 30 seconds. And it looks like it's gonna be the next lap that's gonna be the last one. Starting the lap in GT3 class. It's Paul. About 9 seconds behind is Timo. But here we go! Michael wins this race. Great job. Amazing. And here comes Nico, finishing in second place, flashing the lights, being happy that he managed to get second place there. Oh, that's not so nice. So the GT3s not letting Ricardo lap them. This might be helping Christopher here. See what I mean? Final lap, 9/10. That's the difference between Ricardo and Christopher here. For third place, let's see. Will Christopher get third place here? Getting to the line. No, it's gonna be Ricardo holding on to it. And we have the GT3 class in the meanwhile finished their race as well. And we have a celebration between these two. Paul and Timo. First and second place in GT3 class. Amazing race they put up in this 90 minutes. It was without a doubt the best part to watch in the entire race.